Hi guys, this is BSA RISQUARD Huntsman. This is a 3v3 on grassy flatlands. This is a clan match between Huntsman and 666 clan. I'm playing alongside Huntsman Shotgun Rusty, who's playing as Ottomans in the centre. I was playing as France, as you just saw. And we got Huntsman Mahaka, who's playing as Britain, and is now moving up into position. The first engagement, first shots fired here down on Mahaka's end. There'll shortly be a cavalry charge that comes in from our all Prussian opponents. This cavalry charge is the first of a series of cavalry charges all the way across the field, which started at the very beginning of the game. I didn't quite understand the cav charges. I mean, like, as I look back at the whole game, I didn't quite understand why they did that, because they didn't really push up and attack too much to follow the cav through. It was a bit weird. But the guy who charged the cavalry into my lights down here, he actually managed to catch me at quite a good moment, because I was still in the process of moving up my line infantry to cover my lights. So that was a minor mistake on my part. But I'm basically going to push up, go into a full attack here, and try and crush this flank as quickly as I can. As I did have militia on my flank, I only had 3 lights, which basically I was using on my left to hold for my left to protect that flank. And I was basically going to concentrate with militia on charging them in and disrupting the flank and moving up my elites to crush it with cavalry. I'm going to have 2 lancers. I've got 1 chasseur cheval, which I'm going to be using up, moving up just in case his cavalry decide to charge in, and I can shoot them. But I'm also getting extra shots off on the flank line unit. I'm going to charge my 2 lancers in. Rusty's pushing in an all-out attack. He's also already got his Bashi bazooks in to melee with his line, and he's charging his cavalry in as well. Down on the left, Mahaka's basically pretty much it stays the same for the most of the battle as well. He's basically just got a bit of a light on light battle going on down there. I charged a cavalry unit into a foot guard unit there, which was coming out square. I managed to catch it before he could put it back into square. I moved my chasseur cheval right now behind their lines. I'm going to continue to I'm going to charge that into the back of their lines, move that up the field, giving my men a chance to fire in on the flank. But what he did do, which was the correct thing to do as well, was to charge 2 of his cavalry units. Maybe he could have done it with just 1 and saved the other, but charge 2 cavalry units into my lines basically and disrupt my line from firing. But I was disrupting his, so he couldn't really get the full benefit out of his cav charge on me. As we managed to push a gap in between Rusty's opponent and my opponent, Rusty decided to swing his cavalry back into my guy, and basically I can push up and attack my guy a lot faster and a lot easier now, and try and get him finished. Yeah, I can push up on my guy now a lot easier, a lot faster, and move up the attack and get this guy finished a lot faster. I'm charging in what is left of my chasseur cheval unit into the foot guards, my opponent's foot guards, so it disrupts their firing, and to help get them killed a bit faster. they got a lot of firing going in on their guards, and I mean they've managed to rout one of my old guard, but still got a guard of seamen, an old guard and a Polish down on that flank, which they're all firing in on those foot guards, so they're not going to last too long. As Rusty doesn't have any light infantry down on his left flank, he's basically sort of working down from his opponent's right flank, and Rusty was going to be able to, because he's pushing his own guy back, he's going to be able to move in and assist Mahaka with his with the attack on his opponent's flank. As we managed to separate a section of units from the centre guy, Mahaka's decided to swing his cavalry down into the centre and hit those guys, and we'll be able to rout those guys a lot faster, and also it gives Mahaka the option of being able to get cavalry in behind his opponent's line. He's going to go for an attack on the general as well. I'm basically charging over now because my guy is almost finished. He decided to pull whatever units he had left and run away to his teammate's flank and reform up a line on there. So I'm basically at the moment, all I'm sort of doing is playing catch up, trying to get over there. So between me and Rusty, as you can see here, we've managed to section off a unit of, well, a number of line units, which we're trying to half surround, like semi-surround, and get them guys shot up and finished off. I'm charging my general in because he's pulling back, and I'm trying to slow that withdrawal with my general by getting my cav in there and forcing him to form square. If I did lose my general, it wouldn't really be too much of a bad thing anyway, really, because judging from the look of the battle at this point, we've pretty much sort of got the game now. I mean, if I was Attila, the guy who is facing Mahaka, I would be pushing in an all-out attack against Mahaka, especially from the right flank, as Mahaka doesn't have any lights down there. He should be pushing up an attack from down there really, and pushing his guards in and trying to break that flank to, well, I mean, if he could win, he could basically still got to turn around and face me and Rusty, but he probably would have actually had more ammunition than us, because me and Rusty have sort of gone through 1.5 armies each so far. So he would have, if he did manage to win and he kept his elites pretty intact, he could have an ammunition advantage over us. But he didn't choose to move up, and he didn't choose to attack. He basically sort of stayed in a fixed position and slowly just kept retreating his left flank away, while his guys on the right weren't really doing a lot apart from facing off against Mahaka's left flank. Which was just allowing Rusty to also move up with more numbers. Out of the fleeing units, that's the last one. I've managed to chase it down now. Rusty was trying to chase it down with me, but I just said to him, look, don't, I'll chase it down, you just go over and hit up on Attila's flank. Mahaka's put his light dragoon unit to good use there. He's managed to rout a couple of light infantry unit and a line infantry unit, and force another units to form square, so you can push up and get 3 shots in on the squares, as it's obviously reduced fire. he got a lot of good use out of that light dragoon unit. Right, he's now finally going to push up an attack out on his right flank, which he should have done a lot earlier. He should have done it when he saw that the left flank player was basically starting to fold. So we got elites, Brit elites and Prussian elites fighting out against each other here. Down on the left, but down on the right of everywhere is basically his flanks getting rolled up. So we're coming down to the last few units of Attila's men now. His general's just died, so his men are going to take a morale hit. Swinging round to encircle, which will also damage their morale even more, helping to rout them and get the game finished a bit faster. The last stand of the Prussian elites. Right, it's going to be the end of the battle now. I'd like to say good game to our opponents. They were a good bunch of guys. There was no bad talking, which you do get in some clan matches. Some clans are worse for it than others, more than others. I think we know who those clans are. Yeah, so good game to our opponents. Have a quick look at the stats, and thank you for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time, guys.